Stephen Alston, now age 18, was sentenced today before Judge David Boynton, the senior judge of this circuit here in Montgomery County, for the attempted murder of DeAndre Thomas, who was 15 years of age at the time he was shot on January the 21st, 2022, in a bathroom at Magruder High School. The sentence that was given by Judge Boynton, and he gave a very detailed account of why he gave the sentence, was intended to balance both punishment as well as rehabilitation in light of the age and other factors that the judge set forth at the time of the sentencing. Having said that, the sentence for Mr. Alston was a sentence of 40 years, suspend all but 18 years, with a recommendation that he spend that time at the Patuxent Youth Offender Program, that he serve 5 years of probation upon his release, that he have no contact with the victim upon his release, and that he undergo mental health evaluation at the facility that he is attending. This shooting was accomplished by way of a ghost gun that was purchased by Mr. Alston, shipped to his house, put together in his home, and then brought into a Montgomery County public high school. What is also noteworthy and potentially sad is that Mr. Thomas, in this case, after the shooting, was left to die on that bathroom floor. Miraculously, because a security guard, Mr. Nelson, saw this scramble of young men running from the bathroom, he went in to check the bathroom, and he found DeAndre on the floor and immediately rendered aid along with the assistance of another school nurse. They unquestionably saved the life of this young man.
Stephen is a person of limited abilities, and so it's difficult for him to speak in public.
Is he remorseful?
There's no question about that. Even the judge said that that was true.
What?
That he was remorseful. He spoke to the police officers about it. He was remorseful at the time that he was evaluated through the Department of Juvenile Services, and I think he demonstrated remorse in his statement. Clearly, Stephen is responsible for his actions, but the fact that that firearms are so readily available to people is the real issue. In terms of wrongful conduct, this is really sort of low-hanging fruit as to what happens. There's probably should be other accountability here. Unfortunately, there isn't.
There's a time limit on how long this sentence is going to affect the shooter, Mr. Alston, but DeAndre Thomas is going to bear the quite literally physical and emotional scars of this for the rest of his life. I think the defense did a very skillful job of conflating other incidents of bullying that this defendant allegedly underwent with DeAndre, and I think intentionally tried to make it vague in the press and sometimes with Judge Boynton, whether or not he was talking about some incident with DeAndre in which there's very little evidence, and perhaps better documented incidents of earlier problems he had with other students.